Hello, in this video we'll be reviewing the latest releases of updates on Canvas discussion boards. So once you've created a discussion board assignment and you've had responses come in, there's a couple great features that have been released from Instructure, the Canvas creators, that will make things easier for you as the instructor and give you better insight to what's going on your discussion boards. So the first thing I'm going to look at is this toolbar across the top. It has been moved to the top. And this search bar is a great tool. I know many of our instructors use the system of wanting interaction and engagement between students. So in many cases, instructors might look for potentially 2 responses to other students, but that can be quite cumbersome for our faculty because they have to look for those 2 responses. However, this search feature gives you an insight. So for instance, I have the student Lori in my course, so I see that Lori has created a post, but I'm wondering if she has actually done the responses that I've asked her to do. So I'm just going to type in Lori's name here. And when I do that, I will see any and all interactions that Lori has had on this discussion board. So that way I can quickly go through and see, yes, she created a discussion board herself, and she also went in and she did replies as well. So the search feature is a great tool to use if you are wanting to see what interactions that a specific student has had quickly. The next thing that is new that I would like to look at is this sort feature. You can sort from newest to oldest or oldest to newest. So however you prefer that, you can just click that and it will sort it based on your desired needs. The next thing that you're going to be looking at here is it is going to default to view split screen. So if you're wanting to toggle that feature, so when it's a split screen, it is naturally like in a list feature. So if you click this button, notice that nothing has really changed. So if I actually look through here, if I go to Lori Browning and her post, if I want to see those replies, then it is going to pop up on this right side. This is called a split screen feature. So if there's a ton of replies or if there's a ton of postings here that you're going to need to look through. So if Lori would have had, for instance, 20 responses, if all of those would have loaded on that main screen, then it could have gotten a pretty lengthy window. So this thread feature over here allows you to see all responses, but it does not change anything on this main screen over here. So you can just X off of that. Now, if you would prefer it to be in a list format, then you can do the view inline. So inline would make it to where the replies are going under each response if that is something that you prefer. So the new option is the split screen option or the inline option, just whatever you prefer. And if you want to currently you have the collapse threads feature. So if you have any, maybe you went through and you read all the comments and your page is just really, really long and you want to go ahead and collapse all those, then you can do that. However, if you're not wanting to go through and individually click each of these because it would be quite cumbersome for you, then you can just expand all of those threads here and it is going to allow you to see anything and everything that has happened on that page. So that's just a great tool for the new features of Canvas discussion up here. The next thing I'm going to look at is if you go into these 3 vertical dots, a couple things that are new here is you have the feature of marking all as read, marking all as unread. Another feature here is that you can open in SpeedGrader and show your rubric. So any edits that you want to make here, you can see that. The one that I would like to highlight though is the close comments. So if you're wanting to close that, you can just lock this and it is going to close for comments here. So a new great feature here for our faculty to use. And the next thing that I'm going to want to look at is showing the mentioning feature. So if you use a social media platform or even Teams does this, so it's kind of working alongside Teams. So they have what's called the app feature. So for instance, Lori created this original post and I went in and I said at Lori Browning, and you simply do that. I will demonstrate that for you. If you hit reply and then you hit the at symbol, then you can at anyone you would like to here. So I'm going to at Lori Browning and say great job on this discussion post. And whenever I do that and I hit reply, it's great because it is going to show up here under that thread, but additionally it is going to send her an email letting her know that she's been added on a discussion board. So another thing that is a new tool that can be used here is that you can do the quote reply feature. So that is what has been used here. Notice how there's this little vertical line here and a vertical line here. That means that they have used the quote reply. So to do that, you can click the 3 vertical dots. So in any one of these posts, if you click 3 vertical dots, quote reply, or the 3 vertical dots, quote reply. So by doing that, it is replying directly to something that has been said. So if you see this little vertical line here, that means that you or your students have done a quote reply, meaning that they have responded directly to a comment that has been made on that discussion board. So there are quite a few updates on the discussion board panel for Canvas. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always reach out to us at online@JSU, and we look forward to helping you. Thank you.